Hello, my name's Dr. Tom Nichols, and this video has been recorded to show you how to activate the Digital Proactive Care Plan software for EMIS Web following a previous installation. So, in order to turn on the templates and protocols, I'm going to access the Template Manager. This can either be done from a quick link if you have one, or from the EMIS bubble under Configuration and Template Manager. So there are a series of pop-up alerts which are designed to activate when a user is looking at a record for a patient, and in order for the Digital Proactive Care Plan pop-ups to function properly, we first need to disable the EMIS and any other protocols which may be generating similar alerts. From the main root directory of the template configuration, I'm going to expand the EMIS library and expand the section called EMIS Protocols. Under their subfolder, DES Protocols, you may find two items which will generate alerts based on EMIS programming. So both of these alerts need to be deactivated. At the moment, these dark grey ones are protocols which are inactive, and therefore the fact that these appear in black text tells me that they are indeed active. You can also check the status on the right-hand side here. So having selected the first item, I'm going to use the ribbon to deactivate this. The second EMIS Web protocol, Unplanned Admissions, also needs to be deactivated, otherwise you'll generate two sets of alerts. I would also suggest that you turn off the data entry templates that are built into EMIS. The way to do this is from the EMIS library here to expand the Primary Care Templates folder, then under Enhanced Services you'll find Unplanned Admissions, and here is the data entry template. I'm going to click on it once and click Deactivate. I'm now going to shrink this back again so that we can see the rest of our folder tree. You may have other protocols which have been installed in order to provide you with helpful alerts as well. If you have any practice ones which you've designed, those will need to be deactivated in the same way, but also many surgeries will have made use of the free software from QuaffMaster, one of our local companies. First I need to expand the folders, and within the Enhanced Services and Unplanned Admissions folder there are several protocols which need to be disabled because they will divert the user away from using the Digital Proactive Care Plan. The first of these protocols, Launch Care Plan when codes are added, needs to be deactivated, but also the alerts which appear need to be deactivated. I would suggest that the Unplanned Admissions template is also deactivated because the set of data is different from the Digital Proactive Care Plans. The other protocols in the software package will not conflict with the Digital Proactive Care Plan, however. The final step for activating the software is to access your folder called OCCG and DPCP. Firstly, the Unplanned Admissions pop-ups need to be turned on. The way to do this is to select the item and then edit its properties. We need to add several triggers. So the first trigger should be load a patient record. You should set the configuration to always run. The second trigger is when a patient record is updated. And again, it should be set to always run. The third trigger should be when a user uses the data entry template. This time the system trigger is add a code. Again, it should be always run, but this time we need to add a trigger code. If you search for proactive, you will find codes called provision of proactive care. This one is an EMIS code and is therefore not the correct code, but the one at the bottom, 8CZ0, is. So I've double-clicked it to make it the selected code. I'm clicking OK, and now when this code is added to a patient record, it will run the protocol. There is a second tool which also needs to be activated to warn users if they manually add the code 8CM. Having selected this protocol, I'm accessing Properties. I'm going to the Trigger Adder. I'm going to add a trigger, and again this is a code trigger. Add a code, always run, And now I'm going to add the code which is relevant. So 8 capital C capital M care plan is the code that we want to trigger the protocol. We don't need it to trigger with all of these child codes, however, so I'm going to right click on care plan and click include just this. That removes all of these triggers, and it's only going to trigger with the one that we want. I'm now going to click OK. The final step for users in order to activate the quick launcher is that the launcher needs to activate from an F12 macro. If you press F12 from your keyboard, you can see that at the moment I have no protocols which are within my protocol launcher. If I choose an empty slot and right click, I have the option to add a protocol. I'm going to type in the word quick. It's found the quick launcher, and if I click and then add OK, this protocol can now be activated very rapidly from anywhere in the medical record. I'm going to close down the macro launcher just to demonstrate that if I press F12 again, I'm now able to double click here and add the quick launcher. Unfortunately, this process needs to be done for every user who will use the care plan software. At the moment, EMIS is developing a practice-wide protocol option, but unfortunately, until that's published, this does need to be done for every user. Thank you for watching.